I know the rules. I've been a police officer fucking year.
Okay.
Behind your back. Give me cuffs. Or I'm fine, I don't care.
I swear to God, I just want to give you shit. Listen, bro.
Right there, behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. Thank you. All
That ain't my money.
That's my money. That's my money right there.
Sir, you've been watching me the whole time.
I seen you take it. I seen you.
Police are often there to ensure people's safety and make sure every criminal ends up behind bars. But tell me, what happens when those criminals are cops themselves? Here are several cases of cops who instantly ended their careers with one stupid move or decision. Deputies from Macon-Bibb County responded to a call on August 1st, 2020, after a report of a stolen cell phone at a busy downtown bar. When they arrived, they were led straight to the office by the bar manager and a security guard who had already queued up some video footage for them. The video didn't leave much to the imagination. It showed a man clearly taking the phone and walking out with it in plain sight. At first glance, the cop thought this would be a straightforward case, just another routine theft. But what they didn't know was that the suspect they were dealing with wasn't as ordinary as they first assumed.
All right, here's Moneypenny. Let Moneypenny decide what he wants to do.
All right, Moneypenny. So, I'm going to draw your attention to this table right here, this guy right here, and this is him. Okay?
Where at?
They're right here, this table, this guy, and this is him.
This guy right here is him?
This guy's him.
This, what he's pointing at, that's me. That's me.
That's him right there.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to let it roll.
What's your name, sir?
Preston.
You Preston?
Oh, okay.
I checked both the bathrooms, got the king and everything. Go on the sink, everything. I ain't seen no phone nowhere.
Haven't you seen me like several times when I came in here before?
That ain't got nothing to do with it, player.
Okay.
They looking at you on camera, got you getting the phone, man.
So he just put his
Yeah, I
phone
see
in.
it.
You see it? All right, I'm going to let you watch it from here on. I can actually, before I fast forward, until he gets up. Kind of speed it up. Once he gets up, I'll slow it down. All right, so he left. You see that?
Yeah, it's in his hand.
Huh?
It's in his hand.
Yeah.
The suspect was already in the same area where the cops had watched the security footage. One of these deputies recognized him as Gary Jones. Now, here's where things get interesting. Gary Jones is a cop from Dublin, Georgia. When the deputies confronted him, they tried to give him an easy way out, telling him that if he just returned the phone, no one would have to go to jail. But instead of taking the deal, Gary insisted he didn't steal the phone. And here's the thing, there was no need for the cops to make up anything because the footage was clear. The camera showed Gary walking off with the phone in hand. Did he really think no one would notice?
What's your name again?
Okay, what's your name?
Gary Jamal Jones Jr.
You got ID? What is
Yes,
all
that's all of it right there on the table.
Gary Jones.
Gary Jamal Jones Jr.
Okay.
My father worked for Gary Jones Sr.
Okay.
May I have any water, please, sir?
What's that?
May I have any water? That's what I'm asking for. If I can't have any, then that's fine. But
Go get him a cup and get him some ice and go into the bathroom in there and get him some more.
Okay, here's the deal. Okay, Mr. Jones?
yes, sir.
Here's the deal, okay? This is what's gonna happen, okay? I already talked to the victim, okay? I already talked to the victim. If he gets his phone back, no one goes to jail, okay? But mark my words, okay? I'm not gonna play games. You understand me? I'm not gonna fuck around. I'm not gonna waste my time because technically I'm supposed to be getting off in a little bit, okay? So if no phone gets produced, okay, then I'm gonna take all three of you, not just you, but all three of you, okay? So, where's the phone at?
Sir, I can tell you 1,000 times over again.
I just watched you in the video take the phone. Do you not understand that? Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Is stupid written across my forehead right now?
Gary was acting full of himself and rude, even though he was in a pretty bad spot. He had the nerve to ask for water like he was in any position to make demands. He didn't even seem to realize he wasn't in control of the situation. To defend himself, he told the cops they could go ahead and search him if they wanted, saying he didn't have the phone on him. But of course, these cops weren't buying it. They knew he either dropped the phone somewhere or handed it off to someone. They just wanted to know where the phone was. Still, Gary kept coming up with excuses, and now he had a new one to throw at them.
We watched you on the video take the phone
Can I say
and walk outside. So
Can I
where's
say
the phone?
anything?
You want your water?
Yes, sir, but I'm asking, can I say anything? That's what I'm
Are
asking.
you asking him for permission to talk in front of me?
I'm asking you for permission.
Okay, well, you looking at him like he about to
But
give you
he's
the
handing
permission.
He's handing me the water.
Okay.
Sir, I'm telling you 1,000 times, I have no idea. My hands have been up the whole entire time. I have not flinched. I have not reached for my pockets or anything. You can check me for the phone.
Okay.
I have not flinched or anything.
Let me-
I
let
work
me-
this
let me
on a
stop you
daily
for a
basis.
second.
I have locked
Hey,
people
listen.
up
What's
on
your
a
name?
daily basis.
Hey,
Gary
listen.
Jamal Jones Jr.
Okay.
My
First
father.
off, Miss, what's your last name again?
Gary Jamal Jones Jr. My father has worked
So,
for
Mr.
the
Jones.
city.
Okay, Mr. Jones. Okay. I want you to take a deep breath in first. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Here's the thing. Okay. I'm Deputy Gills, Bibb County, obviously. Okay. You work for Dublin, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we ain't trying to get a whole lot of things and a whole lot of things. But here's the issue, okay? And I want you to just listen, okay? On camera. And as you know, as a law enforcement officer and so forth, camera does not lie, okay? It shows you picking up the phone. All we want to know at this point is where's the phone at now? Where did it go from the
And
time
I
that you
have
grabbed it?
nothing to lie to you about. My
Okay.
hands have been
That-
up
okay.
the entire.
Once again,
You're not
it's
lying.
on camera of you picking up the phone. On camera, you picking up the phone.
And walking out with it.
So, where did the phone go? And that way we can go from here and figure out what we need to do.
May I answer the question?
The cops didn't have time for Gary's excuses and started raising their voices, pressing him to answer their questions. But suddenly, Gary got all sensitive, acting like it bothered him how they were speaking to him. It's pretty ridiculous, honestly, because what did he expect? He'd been rude and full of himself from the start, and as a cop himself, he knew exactly how these things go. He was acting like he didn't understand the process and just wasting everyone's time. It's hard to see how he thought things would go any differently, especially with his terrible attitude. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Before y'all start antagonizing me,
So, on camera,
I understand that it's on camera. I deal with this on a daily basis with people that I lock up myself. May I answer the question which y'all antagonizing me? So, I mean, you can shake your head, you can do whatever, you can
Mr.
nod.
Jones, just answer the damn question, okay? Where's the phone?
May I say yes? Can I get a yes or no?
Spit out what you're trying to say.
Dude, you don't have to scream at me like that.
Well, you're wasting time.
I'm just saying you don't have to scream at me like that.
Look, you either get out whatever you're going to say or we're done.
Dude, my hands have been up. What's your name?
Okay, Mr. Jones.
Okay, alright. You can go ahead and lock me up. I don't care. Lock me up. I don't care. I have told y'all several times my hands have been up. You can ask him, turn his camera.
What do you mean by your hands have been up?
My hands have been up.
What do
I
you
can
do?
told y'all. Y'all
What's
can
your
check
job
me.
title down in Dublin?
You're not asking.
What's your job title down in Dublin?
Police officer. Why do I have
Are
anything?
you on the
to-
road or are you in the jail? Where you
Yes,
at?
I've been on the road for a year now. I have nothing to
Okay,
lie
all
about.
right. Who's your direct supervisor?
Lieutenant Clark.
Lieutenant Carr. Do you have
Neil
his
Clark.
number?
Yes, I have his number.
Okay, can I get his number?
I mean, you can get it from the phone over there. I have no problem with
All
that.
right, what's the number?
I mean, you grab the phone. I mean,
It's your phone.
grab the phone. I'm not gonna.
I'm asking you for his number.
I don't know his number off the top of my head. You have to grab the
Because when
phone.
another law enforcement officer's in an investigation, you have to notify your direct supervisor.
Yes, ma'am. I understand that.
The cops asked Gary to tell them who his supervisor was and give them his phone number, but he flat out refused. It seemed like he was set on giving them a hard time that day. Instead of cooperating, he told them they could look at his phone to find the number themselves. But these cops weren't about to fall for his tricks. They weren't going to touch a phone that didn't belong to them, especially with the way Gary was acting. It was clear that Gary was just trying to mess with them and make the situation more difficult than it needed to be. And this was only the start of his bad behavior. As you'll see, things get much worse from here.
For
So-
when I was in corrections.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Grab my phone. I can
I'm
tell
not
you.
grabbing your phone. You grab your phone and pull his number for me. Is that your phone right there? Yes. Grab his.
Y'all see it, right?
Borrow this for a second.
Y'all see it, right?
Just grab the
I'm-
serious number.
Listen, I've been through this too many damn times. I'm not trying to deal with this any more than I have to.
Oh, you calling him?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, that works. Makes it easier then. I was gonna call. What's your badge number?
056.
All right, I'll be back.
May I talk to the acting corporal?
To the acting corporal?
Yes, because we don't have an acting corporal. All we have is a sergeant and an acting corporal.
Okay, I am the acting corporal.
Not to my
Oh, you're talking about one of your...
Yes, sir, that's what I'm talking
I
about.
don't care who you can call.
So, may I or may I not?
Call whoever you need to call.
First, Gary decided to call his female co-supervisor for help. Over the phone, he lied, saying the cops were falsely accusing him of stealing a phone he claimed he didn't take. He was practically begging her to come and bail him out of the situation. Honestly, he should have thought about all this earlier before he decided to swipe the phone instead of trying to cover it up now. Gary even went as far as telling his supervisor that the cops were lying about having video evidence, which is a pretty bold move considering he was sitting right there with them watching the same video that clearly showed him taking the phone.
Turner, can you please talk to them? They think I stole somebody's cell phone. I did not. And yes, ma'am, they think I stole somebody's cell phone. They're saying they got it on video. And I mean, if they got it on video, they got it on video. But they feel like I'm lying about everything. You're my acting corporal. You see me work from day in and day out. Can you just talk to them? Sir, you don't want to tell me your name, so you're not going to hear it through this regular talk.
Where you at?
This is Deputy Moneypenny with the Bibb County Sheriff's Office.
Hello.
You there? This is Deputy Moneypenny with the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. You there?
Yes, this is. Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, so what's going on is Mr. Jones just can't grasp the situation that it clearly shows him on video taking someone's cell phone and walking off with it. The person whose cell phone he took doesn't want to press charges if he gets the cell phone back, but Mr. Jones, for whatever reason, wants to give all these different...
Before we get into the rest of the conversation between the Macon Bibb County cops and Gary's supervisor, let me ask you, did you catch how bad-tempered and unpleasant his supervisor was with the cops who were just trying to explain that Gary was guilty? It seemed like she bought into his made-up story, and that explains a lot about Gary's attitude. It's no wonder he's so full of himself when he has a boss who doesn't put him in his place. Instead of holding him accountable, she probably let him get away with this kind of behavior before, and now he's walking around like he can do no wrong.
The answers to what we're telling him, and we keep trying to explain it to him, that myself, another officer, and everyone else at security here at the club have all tried to explain to him that you can clearly see him pick the cell phone up off the table after the other person set it down and walk off with it.
Okay.
So he wants to sit there and say he doesn't have a cell phone on him. I'm not saying he's going to have a cell phone on his person, but he clearly took the cell phone. And if he can't produce the cell phone, then he's going to jail. He doesn't seem to be able to wrap his head around this.
Okay. Why am I being called?
Because he wanted to call his acting corporal to notify somebody that he's in trouble.
Okay, and who is this?
Deputy Moneypenny with the Bibb County Sheriff's Office.
And where are y'all at?
Bibb County, Macon, Georgia.
No, where are y'all at right now?
We're at the Crazy Bull downtown.
Okay. Let me talk to GJ again.
He's right here.
What's up?
GJ, what's going on?
They think I have somebody's cell phone. I have not touched their cell phone. I've told them several times if they would like to search me, they can search me. They will not search me because they feel like I'm gonna hide it some type of way. I told them like, hey, if you want to search me right now. I have no problem with that. They don't want to search me because they feel like...
Deputy Penny had a conversation with Gary's supervisor, who seemed completely uninterested. At one point, she even asked why she was called, as if it was Deputy Penny's idea and not Gary's to involve her. Honestly, I'm not sure why Gary thought she could help him in the first place. His supervisor also suggested the cops should search him, but that wasn't going to solve anything. It was pretty obvious he had already handed the phone off to someone else, so searching him wouldn't prove much. Instead of helping the situation, she was just boosting Gary's ego.
Other type of way, and then I'm not. You know how I work. You know how I deal with domestics. You know how I deal with everything.
You're being serious right now.
Why would I call you at 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock at night?
Try 3 o'clock, man.
3 o'clock at night. I mean, and say this like dead ass.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure. I mean, I know what kind of person you are. Why won't they search you?
That's
We're not at that point. The point is he's been given an opportunity to turn the phone over. He doesn't seem to understand that it clearly shows him on video. There is, without question, a matter of doubt. If I take him to jail, he will go to court. He will be found guilty because it is clearly on video. He just can't get that through his head that the video is like literally, it's almost shot like a movie scene. That's how clear the video is in this club and where they're at and everything like that. There's no one obstructing the view. There's nothing. It's clear as day, him grabbing this person's cell phone and walking off with it.
Okay, so where are y'all supposing it's at? If y'all won't search him and look at it or look for it, I mean,
there's 2 other girls that are going to go to jail with him because they're also along with him as well. So
okay.
they walked outside.
Are they in a car? Is it supposed to be in a bag? Is it supposed to be on somebody?
I don't know where it's.
Gary's supervisor became rude toward the cops, even going as far as saying they didn't have enough evidence to arrest him. But the thing is, they had a video recording, and that was more than enough. Her protective attitude towards Gary only made things worse. Feeling backed up, Gary started arguing with the cops and resisted when they told him to turn around so they could arrest him. It was like he couldn't believe what was happening. The funny thing is, he had the chance earlier to just return the phone and walk away, but he blew it. Now here he was, making everything harder on himself.
He walked off with it, and now he doesn't have it.
You're saying that I'm standing there with it, so I told you to search me several times. I put my hands up. I told you to search me.
We're talking to a supervisor right now.
So I mean, what else do you want? I told you to search me several times. I know the law. You can't tell me anything.
No,
bro.
you seem to think because you don't have this phone on you, you didn't steal it, and that's not the case.
All right, bro. I don't know the law.
You know what?
Okay.
Fine, we're done. Stand up, turn around. Stand up, turn around.
No, take me. I don't care.
Stand up and turn around.
Come here, Travis. Man, Mr. Jones, don't even do this. Stand up, come on, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Call Lieutenant. I don't care. Because this is shit, because they don't want to listen to
Jones,
me.
I need you to stand up. Put
No,
your hands
I'm not,
behind your
because
back.
y'all won't even give me a
Being
chance
placed
to
under
talk.
arrest. So we need you to
Do
stand
whatever,
up.
tase me, do whatever. I
5
don't
is
care.
15. I need more units sent to the crazy bulls.
Yeah, you're gonna need more.
But right now, you are resisting arrest. So,
of course I know that.
my
because I'm a police
suggestion,
officer.
you're only making things worse than yourself right now. That is all you're doing. Is making things worse.
That's fine.
Because if this has to escalate,
Fuck up. I know.
The cops told Gary he was under arrest, but he didn't seem to care at all. He still believed he could somehow talk his way out of the situation. Even when the cops warned him that they'd have to use force if he kept resisting, he brushed it off, saying he didn't care because he'd been beaten more than 10 times in his life. At one point, even his supervisor, who had been backing him up the whole time, ordered him over the phone to cooperate and do what the cops said. But by then, it was too late. Gary's ego had gotten too big, and he wasn't going to listen to anyone.
I know the rules. I've been a police officer for a year.
okay. Well, right now, you're being told you're under arrest. Okay. Since you want to start getting agitated and everything like that, I suggest you stand up and turn around right now, or you will be tased. Do you understand that?
I've been tased 4 times in my
Do you understand that?
All right, look, we ain't even got to go this far. Just stand up and put your hands behind your back.
Tell him put the taser up.
Stand up and put your hands behind your back.
No.
No.
That's no. Stand up. Stand up and turn around.
Come on. Come on. This is ridiculous at this point. Now you're getting other charges of obstruction, and it wasn't even necessary. So stand up and do what you're supposed to do.
Y'all want to even fucking listen to me?
Stand up and turn around.
Come on, give me your hands. Give me your hands. I don't want to have to pull on you. I'm not trying to hurt you. Comply with us. Comply with us.
Trust me, you're not gonna hurt me.
Comply with us.
Turner, tell me.
Comply. Alright, listen. I'm trying to place you in arrest. I need you to stand up. Put your hands.
You please let me go. I'll stand up.
Stand up. Okay, fair enough. Stand up. Put your hands behind your back. Give me cuffs.
The cops finally managed to handcuff Gary, but if you thought his problems were over, you'd be mistaken. As part of the routine, after someone's arrest, the cops decided to search him. Now, I'll give you just 3 guesses to figure out what they found in his back pocket.
I swear to God, I just want to give you.
I'm gonna need 2 because give me 2. Double lock 'em.
Could y'all please give me a second? I know that you have to double lock me. Could y'all please give me a second? I promise y'all I'm about to spaz out.
Hey, is this the supervisor?
Y'all can get a key out of my left pocket
Okay, if
right
you'll stand by
now.
for a second, we're putting this subject under arrest. So bear with me.
That's
We're trying
fine.
to double lock.
We're going to take care of all that.
Okay. So bear with us.
I bet you will because you love this shit right now.
Okay. Bear with me. Okay, I
Yeah,
apologize.
you're gonna be embarrassed after this shit, bro. I have nothing to hide. 2017 truck. AR-15 up under the back seat. Ronnie Macro 9 up under the front seat. I have nothing to hide. You can grab everything.
Whose phone is this?
That's mine.
So you got 2 phones?
All right, bro.
It's in your back. It's in your back pocket. You got 2 phones?
Okay, do what you gotta do.
That's the damn phone.
I've told you.
That's the phone we're looking for right there.
That's the phone.
In his back left
Have I
pocket.
not told y'all several times to check?
Do you hear that?
All right.
Yep, you guessed it. The phone Gary swore up and down he didn't have was right there in his back pocket. After all his lies and the whole act, it turns out he had the phone with him the entire time. That confidence he had earlier? Fake. Gary probably figured out that by offering to let the cops search him, he'd look innocent and they'd believe he wasn't guilty. So who ended up looking foolish here? Even after being handcuffed and caught lying for what felt like the millionth time, Gary still acted like he was untouchable, as if the rules didn't apply to him. But the cops had run out of patience. They had given him plenty of warnings to calm down, and when he kept pushing, they finally did what they told him they would do if he didn't stop resisting.
Tired of y'all don't want to listen to nobody, man.
Jones.
No, that shit. Y'all don't want to listen to nobody.
All right.
Cause I'm tired of that fucking bullshit. Y'all want to think every black mother is out here doing something. Y'all don't want to listen to nobody.
We have to play this game. Get this out here. Come on. Come on. Put him in there. Really? Yep, we sure are.
All right, hold him right there.
Miss Jones,
Get
get in the
tased
car.
again. I mean it. You're gonna get tased again. Get the damn car.
Dude, I'm not doing nothing but standing here.
Put your feet in there, sir.
Get his feet in.
Boy, yeah. You gonna be finished, all right. You gonna be fucking finished, all right. Woo, boy. Y'all know good well if I don't have this on my cuffs, y'all know I'll be the most one. And I told you what? I told you I put my hands up and told you could search me, but you didn't want to. And you know that's on camera. So look at that shit. So look at that. Yeah, that's your ass. That is your ass.
After the cops tased Gary to finally calm him down, it was time to take him to the squad car. But of course, Gary wasn't done making things worse for himself. He kept antagonizing the cops, pushing their buttons, and it seemed like he was just asking to be tased again. Sure enough, it happened. Even after he was placed in the police car, Gary kept threatening and arguing with the officers, refusing to back down. At this point, you'd think most of the hard work was done, right? They had him in cuffs, tased him twice, and got him into the car, but no, Gary wasn't about to let things end there. The cops had handled it all professionally so far, but the situation was far from over.
Have I not told y'all several times to check
found
me?
the damn phone in his front pocket.
Have I not told y'all several times to check me?
There's the phone. The phone was in his
Turn
front
it.
pocket.
I told you several times to check me.
his back
Y'all wanna
left-
yeah,
check me
his back
because
left
I'm a
pocket.
fucking
The
black
phone
male.
was in his
That's
front
fucking-
pocket. Yeah.
I've told y'all several times to check me, but y'all don't want to. Listen, bro.
Yep.
Now, are you done? Are you done?
Hey, let's pull him out. Come on. Come on, go this way.
I told y'all several times, bro.
Yep, get up on your knees.
Y'all about to get it.
Keep being stupid and you're going to get it again.
Sir, I done told y'all several
You
times.
gotta stop. Get up.
I done told y'all several times, bro.
Stop.
I told y'all several times. All right. Okay.
Are you still employed by Dublin?
Yeah, y'all see.
Okay.
Y'all see.
No, not.
Even though it was obvious to everyone what had happened, Gary kept insisting he was innocent. So, how did he explain the phone the cops found in his pocket? Well, he tried to play it off by saying that if he had stolen the phone, he would never have told the cops to search him. That was his excuse, but these cops weren't dumb enough to fall for it. When one of the cops tried to respond, Gary started screaming just to drown him out, like a kid throwing a tantrum. La 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 la. Pretty immature behavior for a grown cop, right?
How about the paying?
No, sir. You stole a phone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But okay, so let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Like dead ass.
I'm listening. Yes, sir.
So if I tell y'all that y'all can search me, I'll give y'all permission to search me. Y'all don't search me on y'all's own consent. On y'all's own consent. So who's the ass for that?
It's yours because you stole a phone.
All right, bro.
You stole a phone, sir.
Roll up the window. Roll up the window.
No.
I don't know. No, bro, because that's.
It's. You don't listen to what I'm saying.
If I give you permission to search, bro, I went to school for this, bro. You don't have to.
I think we all did out here. But the thing is, you
No,
took something that wasn't yours.
You didn't. No, you didn't. Up and leave me alone.
Okay, just keep talking, sir.
Yeah, I will gladly.
You took a phone that was not yours.
And I told you to search me, bro.
You didn't tell me
Okay, bro,
anything.
All right.
Well, I'm saying
You want to be motherfucking white guy so smart.
Well, no, I'm just being mean.
Gary then demanded that the cops call his lawyer, but of course, that wasn't their job, and as a cop himself, he should have known that. Instead of facing the reality of the situation, Gary took things a step further and accused the cops of being racist, claiming that was the reason they arrested him. He kept making a scene, probably thinking he could buy himself some time or create enough chaos to get out of the situation. On top of that, he started threatening the cops, insisting they call one of his colleagues who he believed would protect him. It's pretty remarkable that even after everything, including finding the phone in his pocket, Gary still thought he could somehow wriggle out of it.
You took a phone that wasn't yours. Answer that.
Shut the fuck up. Leave me the fuck alone. Roll my window up. If I die,
Well, we're not gonna roll the window up because it's hot back there.
That's cool.
Are you finished?
That's cool.
Okay.
Because I got no motherfucking right.
Well, you don't, sir. Not right now. But you can make your phone call when you get down to the jail. It's pure craziness.
Just call my lawyer.
I don't call. That's your job.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, call.
Whitey.
call
Talk to
PBA.
the other white.
And let's not be racist. Let's not be
He will
racist.
tell you what's up.
What do you want
He
done
will
with your
tell you
knife?
what's up.
What do you want done with your knife?
I want you to call my lawyer.
What do you want done with your
We
knife?
don't call your lawyers.
No, I don't want, sir.
What do you want done with your knife?
Step away from me.
Okay.
You tell him to step. That's a legitimate answer. I just want him
Actually,
to
that's
step
a
away,
question.
and I want. All right.
That's a question that you're asking. I'm just trying to help you out here. Yep. But
No, if you can get him to step away from me and I can legitimately talk for myself, then yes, I will talk for myself.
You're making a
The owner of this establishment will be holding onto your knife until you come back and get it.
Yeah, I know Richard. Call Richard, bro. Richard knows me.
Richard, which Richard?
Gary's behavior hit an all-time high when they arrived at the police station. As the cops tried to help him out of the car, he caused a scene, demanding that they not touch him and insisting he could get out on his own. At this point, it was clear that he wasn't backing down from his stubbornness. Honestly, he should have been thankful that the cops still showed him some respect as a fellow cop. They didn't treat him like a criminal, even though he was acting like one.
No, sir. Please don't touch me.
I tried to help him. He said don't touch him.
Yes, please. I mean, I understand that, but just don't touch me on the way out.
He stole a phone from Crazy Bull and he got tased.
Forgot completely the damn thing.
May I have a mask, please?
Temperature real quick.
Oh yeah.
No doubt there. No doubt there.
Yeah. Given? No, was in a club. Yeah.
Gary was eventually dismissed from the Dublin, Georgia Police Department. He was initially charged with theft, then later with obstruction and resisting arrest. Unfortunately, he was allowed to complete a pre-trial diversion program, and all the charges were expunged from his record. Honestly, it feels wrong that a cop caught stealing gets a clean slate like that. In my opinion, theft by a cop should have ended his career instantly. I can't even figure out how he passed the training in the first place. How does someone with that kind of attitude get a badge? What do you all think? Should a cop like that be given another chance? Speaking of cops whose careers ended instantly, on March 14th, 2023, Officer Henry Chapman made what seemed like a routine traffic stop in Charlotte, North Carolina. The driver, Moncre Moon, had an outstanding warrant, so Chapman was waiting for backup to take him to jail. But things took a strange turn when the female cop who was with Officer Chapman started counting the $7,900 found in a bag. Something about that money didn't sit right with Moncre Moon, and trust me, there's a much bigger mystery behind this situation than you'd expect.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. So that's 7.
7,000.
20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. 7, 190.
It's around like 13 or 14.
Moncray Moon accused Officer Chapman of stealing $900 during the stop, claiming that part of his money had disappeared. The body cam footage even captured Moncray accusing Chapman, saying, "I don't know if it's in your door or where it's at," referring to the missing cash. Officer Chapman, of course, denied taking any of the money. He even tried using a bit of reverse psychology, telling Moncray to check his own pockets to prove that he wasn't hiding the money. But if you think that's the end of the story, you're flat out wrong. Things only get more interesting from here.
Is that the rubber band that I bought?
Yeah.
I appreciate you out there.
What did we say? 190, right?
I wasn't saying that you altered my money.
No, I didn't say you said that. But I said I wanted to have it up in front of you so you can see how much is in there, because when we turn this over to the sheriff's office, it's then going to go to Marshall's, that's going to go to the next sheriff's office. So this is us verifying that we're putting all your money in here.
Can you write my name on there also? Can y'all I don't know the protocol with that, but like, can y'all check y'all like his person? Because like, if anything is on him,
Look,
like,
sir.
it would be in big. No, I don't.
Look, I'm gonna show you right here. Look at me. Look at me.
All of you guys probably have kids. Look, so look, this is all I want to explain to you guys. Most of the time, when somebody know they didn't, like when somebody knows for a fact they didn't do anything, they're not gonna just, you know what I'm saying, like let you search them. And I don't have kids, you know what I'm saying, but I know how that goes because my mom did foster care. So I'm like up to par with all of that. And on top of that, if I didn't do anything, like how me and you been talking the whole time,
Yes,
just
sir.
like how me and you was talking the whole time, if I didn't do anything, I have nothing that I'm worried about, you know what I'm saying? There would be no reason for him to show me his pockets and stuff. Like I know for a fact.
No, I want you to feel
comfortable. I would
yes,
have.
yes, sir.
Another sergeant arrived on the scene to look at the accusations. According to the affidavit, Officer Chapman was fidgeting in his patrol car and allegedly trying to move the money between his legs and into a pocket in the vehicle. When the sergeant searched Chapman's patrol car, bingo, he found $900 in cash stuffed in the driver's side door, along with a receipt. To make things even worse, Officer Chapman claimed the money wasn't his. Well, if it wasn't his, then pray do tell, whose was it? And why was it in the door of your patrol car? Moncray surprisingly was very polite about the whole situation and even apologized to Officer Chapman for exposing him.
Your colleagues would have searched you at the exact time where I knew where the money was. And I seen you kept going in between your legs. And then every time everybody put all of the attention on me, you kept moving. I don't know if it's in your door, I don't know where it's at, but just like, look, I don't even care to find the money, but how you know for a fact.
Look.
Right?
Come here. Come, yeah, come here. I'm tell you.
I want you to
come here.
You know that.
Okay. Do you see anything?
No, yeah, look, no cap. I'm not even gonna touch it. It's blue hundreds right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. Thank you. All
That ain't my money.
Right? That's my money. That's my money right there.
Sir, you've been watching me the whole time.
I seen you take it. I seen you crumble
Sir,
it up. Just
that
count
is
it.
not me.
If I'm right, it's gonna be around $1,000. If I'm right, and like I told you, I just went to Wendy's. I seen you still.
No, sir.
If you don't mind, I just want to sit down so y'all don't fight. I don't want to do nothing. All I know for a fact is I know what I know and I seen it. I just want you guys to trust me. That's why I was acting a little irate, but I'm perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to expose
That
you
is
or
not me,
anything.
bud.
Brother, I just seen you steal my money. It was no
No,
reason
sir.
to pop my rubber band, brother. There was no reason for you to pop my rubber band off my money.
I didn't pop your rubber band off your money.
I heard it. Me and you just spoke about it. You heard it.
Moncray quickly realized that Officer Chapman had stolen his money, so he turned to the female cop who had been counting the cash earlier. But for some reason, she tried to cover for Chapman, saying they didn't see him take the money. But Moncray wasn't buying it. The exact amount of cash he claimed was missing had just been found in Chapman's car. Was she trying to pretend this was just a coincidence? If you pay attention to Officer Chapman's facial expressions, you can tell he knew he was in deep trouble. No matter how much he tried to deny the the accusations, it was clear he realized he had messed up big time. He knew this one move had probably ended his career, and sadly for him, there was no way out.
I heard you did rubber band. You said, oh, I had to do something. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I just witnessed here today. Mr. Chapman went in my money. He separated my money. He was trying to steal it, and I caught him. He put it in between his legs, and as his colleagues approached me, he worked it towards the door. He tried to make it seem like I was lying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in full custody of these officers. I'm being detained. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want any problems. I'm not armed. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just pulled over for a traffic stop. He just tried to steal some of my money.
We're hearing you, but there's no need to say all of
No,
that.
I was just looking at the camera. No, I just know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to call.
My camera's on the entire time. Alright? So let's take it down a notch.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize.
We're good here.
Yes, ma'am. So what are we gonna do about this problem? Because he just tried to steal some money.
No, sir, I did
I'm not trying
not.
to put any allegations on him. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not using my words like to try to hurt anybody. I just know what I know. And then I don't even like the fact, but I know you guys have like special protocol. I don't even like the fact that he just tried to steal and nobody like stood up for him. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody was like, okay.
Nobody saw anything.
But I
that you were
seen
saying,
everything.
But nobody saw anything that you said.
I appreciate it, Mr. Morris. You his sergeant.
Yes, he is my sergeant.
Sir, I have 20/20 and I can read. I remember when you called him out. I could tell you everything he said to you. Perfect timing. This is perfect. Perfect that you called me out this time because you didn't know the protocol to how.
Moncray was smarter than these cops gave him credit for. It turned out he wasn't a criminal at all. He hadn't stolen anything. He was just driving his girlfriend's car that day. Moncray accused Officer Chapman of messing with the rubber band that had been around the cash, claiming his girlfriend had given him the money that morning. Suddenly, everything started to add up, and even the other cops began to realize the truth. As for Officer Chapman, he knew it was over. The truth had come out, and there was no talking his way out of this one. All he could do now was hope his colleagues were corrupt enough to cover up his mistake, but it didn't seem likely.
Correct, incorrect.
That's correct. That's the reason why I called him out to ask.
But you just separate. Whoa, so what was the purpose of you separating my money while you gave her money, while you just watched her count my money out in full? Because you just wasted you wasted an evidence folder. Because now she has to rewrite a totally different number. So if I would have agreed to the number that I didn't know when she asked me, then I would have been like ridiculed or foreseen as a liar or something. That's why I didn't answer your question, man, until I said that I had this one with Wendy's. I believe that's my receipt. I only ordered a 10-piece nugget and I ordered like a fry and something different, so I didn't know the actual amount of the money. All I know is when my girlfriend got off work at 5 o'clock, I was supposed to give her that money for the rest of the bills and she was gonna get her car back. I was in a car with her, that's why I wasn't in my own car, man. That was my girlfriend's car, Diamond Alexander. That's why when you initially pulled me over, and y'all probably have my phones, you can see the call record. I called her at like 4 or something to let her know, babe, I'm being pulled over in your car. In my eyes, I thought it was gonna be for the T-tag, the temporary tag thing, the sticker, but like,
It was eventually just for your speed, I promise.
no, I apologize, sir. I apologize. I'm just trying to do what I gotta do, but I know for a fact what I've heard. I have 20/20 vision. I'm not a criminal. I don't do things that I'm not supposed to. I heard him tampering with that rubber band.
Okay.
That rubber band was on that money because my girlfriend gave me the money this morning and told me I wasn't even supposed to be in her car. I just took it because I didn't want to be moving around all day. My girlfriend had a car and she was going to work. I was supposed to be picking her up off Central at her job, at her little, where she do cosmetics at. With that money, we were supposed to go to the bank. I'm pretty sure when y'all check the car, y'all
What's his name?
Chase.
What's your full name?
Moncray Tyree Moon. M-O-N-C-R-E.
Okay, Mr. Moon, do we have all your information?
Yes, sir, but I want to know what y'all gonna do about Mr. Chapman.
Okay.
He was just caught at work.
Mr.
Tampering
Moon.
with evidence.
Mr. Moon, I'm gonna do my job, all right? So
I want it wrote down. I'm not gonna lie. And I
Listen,
appreciate Mr. Morris. I'm
listen,
not gonna
this-
cut you off.
Moncray was fully cooperative with the cops and kept his cool the entire time. He didn't want to cause a scene or escalate things, even though he hadn't done anything wrong. His respectful attitude towards the officers made a difference, and it wasn't long before the sergeant started to realize that Moncray was telling the truth. Seeing that there was something serious behind this whole situation, the sergeant decided to call his supervisor to consult about the next steps. This was a smart and commendable move, showing that the sergeant wanted to handle things professionally, even though one of his fellow officers might have been in the wrong. It was clear that he was more interested in doing the right thing than in protecting a cop who had potentially crossed the line.
true legend that he did something. Obviously, no, like it's 900.
it's
900.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. So like if you're alleging that Officer Chapman did something wrong.
So you guys don't
Listen. I'm telling you exactly what I'm gonna do. Do not parse every word I'm telling you. I'm telling you exactly what I'm going to do. All right? Is that I have to get on the phone. I have to call my supervisors to run it up the chain. All right? But you're still going to jail.
Oh yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I wasn't trying.
But like that's why I'm asking you if you gave them all of your information on how to get in contact with you. Did you do that? Name.
Only thing I was my first name and last name.
We have address and a phone number.
You can take my girlfriend's number 704 957 4111 and my mom.
So what's the girlfriend's name?
Diamond. My number is 704 430 0066.
Okay, you'll be hearing from us soon. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
I would like for you to write down Sergeant Moore's name. I would like for you to write down Mr. Lack's name.
Because Moncray was so honest and cooperative, the other cops began treating him with a lot more kindness. They no longer saw him as a criminal, but were focused on helping him get through the situation as quickly as possible. Everyone understood that the process still had to be followed, but they were making it easier on him. Moncray continued to show respect towards the officers the entire time, and in return, they even gave him their contact info on his business card. Now, all that was left was to hear what Officer Chapman had to say about the whole situation.
Your name and Mr. Chapman's name. Right, and it's not like I just don't want to forget it.
Let me finish searching you
Yes,
because I
ma'am.
gotta get you in my car.
My information is also on the citation alert.
I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate you guys for like analyzing the situation because like if it wasn't said like this or seen like this or foreseen like this, nobody would have believed me. You feel what I'm saying? And I just wanted you guys to believe me. And I'm sorry if I seemed irate or
There's another $1 in your pocket.
or I'm sorry if I seemed like I was doing too much. I just wanted you guys to believe me without me having to do anything like to show you guys, you know what I'm saying, like try to grab him or try to like reach in his car and grab the money while I heard it. You know what I'm saying? And I know it was a lot going on. Yes, ma'am.
I need to.
Well, I just know like y'all be like,
Yeah, they'll do that again after y'all at intake.
yes, ma'am.
Catherine, his ID is on the dashboard up there.
Okay.
Do you mind putting it in my evidence file? Can I get like y'all names right now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think everything's
He's
done.
not suspended or anything, right?
No. AP is done. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be done. I encountered him. He was speeding 68 miles an hour, 45 mile an hour zone here by the plaza.
Okay.
That's where I caught him at.
All right.
Everything's been okay. I've had no problems here.
Do you give him a copy of the citation?
His citation is with you. Did you give it to her?
No.
Can I get a copy of it? And I'll put it with the property?
I know I saw it earlier.
Now that was the old citation.
That's an old one?
Yeah.
I think that's it.
That is? That's the one
Oh, no, that's you're right. Let me go get. I'll just print another one out.
Yeah. If you could.
Yep. Did you have any other property before she takes you down?
While Moncray sat in the police car waiting to be taken to jail for the next steps, the sergeant had a conversation with Officer Chapman, who still insisted that he didn't take the money. Afterward, the sergeant went back to talk to Moncray, wanting to consult with him about what to do next. He explained that Moncray's arrest wasn't meant to be personal and that they just needed to make sure the car he was driving wasn't stolen, which Moncray completely understood. Moncray reassured the sergeant that he didn't hold anything against them. He told the cop that he appreciated how they handled the situation. He was grateful they were professional enough to give him the chance to make such a serious accusation against another officer.
Any other property with you? What do you have? Do you only have money right now?
Yeah.
Remember, your phones went with your buddy that was in the car. Let me see if there's anything else that's yours before she takes you down.
I know, like, you're not supposed to really what did he try to tell you when he walked over?
He's claiming that he didn't try to steal it, but we all saw what we saw.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have nothing to say to you. I appreciate you, sir. No cap, like, for real.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you for at least, like, even in the playing field. Like, you feel what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean, like just not treating me like trash because of, like, and I assure you, like, I'm pretty sure you guys hear this all the time. Everything I've said since you've seen me has been the truth. You can look up that I just had court.
I want you to know also that what's happened today from not even this moment,
I don't think all you guys are dirty. I don't think, because you could have been did something crazy to me. You seen everything before they got there. I know that you're a good cop. I don't think that all cops are like that. I don't. I just wanted you guys to see that.
Well, the arrest, the whole entire thing, that was the furthest thing from what I wanted to happen today. Okay, I was out there doing traffic enforcement, and I clocked you at 68. I showed you the LiDAR. That was the entire reason.
That wasn't my car. So when I heard you tell them, like, I thought he was finna get.
I know, you didn't have.
I was trying to pull over. I didn't even know. I was trying to pull over.
Well, I knew you had it in gear still, so that's why everything's okay. But
I appreciate you, officer.
And I appreciate you under the circumstances with you having a federal warrant and everything. You being
I'm just saying
compliant
cool
with me.
because I don't know what's going on.
And I appreciate
I wouldn't
that.
lie to you guys.
Okay.
Like I said, I appreciate it too. And like I don't know, like, I'm very observant. Like, my mom was military, so I was taught to just watch everything first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just told her, like, I don't know. I'm big on like energy. You feel what I'm saying? So like, I've been seeing, like, I seen the tears come to his eye in the car. I seen him swallow real hard right there. He keeps walking, like, cause he's gonna try to get you guys to believe, like, the fact that he didn't steal that. But there's no way. Like, my money was in a rubber band. That's why I keep it like that. Like, I have OCD. You feel me? Anybody knows me know I have OCD. That's why That's why all the hundreds was facing the same way. That's why all the 50s was. When I didn't tell her how much money was taken, I really just wanted her to recount it out to see if hundreds was missing or 50s was missing. He didn't have time to go through the whole stack. He had time to remove the rubber band and put the rubber band back.
Even the sergeant admitted that despite Officer Chapman claiming he didn't know how the money ended up in his car, it was hard to believe him. As the sergeant put it, eyes don't lie, and everyone saw that the exact amount of cash Moncray said was missing was found in Officer Chapman's car, along with the rubber band Moncray described, which had been given to him by his girlfriend. Moncray soon found himself in an interrogation room at the station, but even there, the officers treated him kindly. It was clear to everyone that he wasn't a criminal, and they made sure he felt respected through the whole process. The whole situation was serious, but Moncray's honesty and cooperation earned him a level of professionalism and respect from the cops that isn't always seen in cases like this.
All he had time to do, but I heard it. It's elastic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I wanted to say. I'm not trying to impersonate him. I'm not trying to talk your head off. I just wanted you to know how I knew. Like I said, I'm not disrespecting your colleague. I'm just glad you guys seen it, and I just want, like, if one of you guys can, I just want you guys to be able to write you guys' names out. And that's just because, like, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And that citation's got my information, but I'll give it to you again. My last name's Lack. Code number's 5.
And you looked over that citation and you made sure everything's
on there. It's just traffic stuff on my end.
And, like, you know that, like, as soon as you told me, I seen you say get over. As soon as you told me, I put my signal on. I got over.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
And when it comes down to court, all that stuff goes down, that's stuff I'll explain to them. Say, hey, I had no problems here, especially under the circumstances of you having that federal warrant, but pulled over, compliant, no resisting it whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
We had no problems at all.
I appreciate you, officer. Like, have a nice day.
Thank you. I'm gonna get the rest of your property and move it over here. Okay?
Thank you, brother. Hey, look, and then, like, y'all call my phones, and my little cousin answered, like
there'll be someone else getting in contact with you about it, an investigator of some sort.
Yeah, I was trying to be, like, as manly as possible. I was trying to not to let my girlfriend get it.
Anytime you make an allegation like that, whether it's true or not, they're gonna contact you. There'll be a full investigation. That's how it goes.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Let me get his chargers. I think these are his phone chargers.
Don't apologize. Don't apologize. All right. Like, I'm putting these on you because that's what I have to do by policy. All right. So. What this is going to be a administrative interview. All right. So like I'm not looking to hit me up for any.
During this time, the officers approached Officer Chapman, who was sitting in his office chair, probably reflecting on his future. He knew deep down that there was no way to get out of this situation, so he decided to admit guilt, although not directly. Instead, he said that he did take the money, but claimed he didn't steal it. Of course, this was as good as a full confession. There's no other way to explain his actions if he didn't steal the money, despite what he was trying to say. Realizing there was no escape, Chapman had no choice but to apologize to his colleagues. You could see the shame written all over his face, knowing he had ruined his entire career over just $900. It was clear he felt embarrassed, and the weight of his poor decisions was finally sinking in.
Coming in, obviously they have to talk to you, right? So, I'm going to hold on to your weapon right quick, okay?
Yep. Go ahead. Just take the whole holster off. It's one of them. 2 R's.
Sergeant Berg and one of the detectives will come and speak to you, alright? So, just chill out, relax.
No, I just want to apologize to everyone. I say, man, one of these things, dude. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry.
We don't walk out here because you're okay.
Alright. Let me know if you need anything, alright?
I'm good, Sarge. I appreciate it.
Officer Henry Chapman, a cop in Charlotte, North Carolina, was arrested after being accused of stealing $900 from a suspect during a traffic stop. Following an internal investigation, Officer Chapman was placed on unpaid leave, and he ended up resigning the next day. Now he's facing criminal charges of embezzlement and will have to appear in court to answer for them. Needless to say, his fellow cops were pretty disappointed in how he acted, and the department was embarrassed by how quickly he made such a bad decision. Honestly, it feels like Chapman might deserve a harsher sentence. Also, Moncray absolutely should sue that female cop because she tried to cover for Chapman, gaslighting Moncray when he knew something wasn't right. It's shocking how she backed him up when it was clear he was in the wrong. If I found out a cop had stolen my money, I'd be furious. It's a huge breach of trust, and I'd want justice for sure. But how about you? How would you have reacted in this situation?